We all have the same programming about authority, but some of us have specialized functions, sir. There was a lot of unprogrammed panic in Hoover 1's voice. Their hardware was geared to their needs and experiences, and nowhere in their experience was there a need to lock their guns in. Powerful as they were, they didn't have recoil, so a stiff mounting wasn't necessary to secure them. They were positioned for use and only held in place by a baggy rubber membrane. None had ever malfunctioned or fell out, so no one ever thought to bolt them better. Now this masterless, traveling man was in possession of his property. "Hold your fire!" Hoover 1 screeched. "Hey, I think your golden throat is coming back," Dan chirped. Raven nodded for permission to step on the killer gravity islands. Eyes fluttered between them, but Dan and Wing stayed poker-faced about the offer. Not all the Hoovers were in the right position. It was also evident that the Hoovers didn't have a clue about talking to birds, and Wing instinctively determined that if they found out about that, it wasn't going to be from them. "What, sir?" Hoover 1 responded in a distracted way, but instantly focused back on Wing, who now held his gun over the wide opening of a large compost shredder. The edges of the dicing blades could be seen. "What are you going to do, sir?" The gunslinger and the medicine man took a short, dramatic pause, leaned forward a little, with eyes narrowed to a point. "I'm gonna shred your wiener, Willie. I'm gonna feed your prick to the worms, make soil, then grow pickles in it." "Vaporize me instead, please, sir." "I could just stick it back in there." Dan doubled down. "And I know how to make it larger." "What, sirs?" All the Hoovers gathered around Hoover 1 in a huddle. Then they reformed their line. "We could just kill you and go get another one," Hoover 1 smugly proposed. Wing used his knee to bump the button that made the machine viciously wind up and pretended the appendage had slipped through his grip. Before catching it, Hoover 1 freaked and dropped to the ground so suddenly that Wing and Dan turned to Raven. The bird lifted his foot, shrugged, and pivoted his head and claw back and forth. Brinksmanship on the part of the inexperienced Hoover had completely failed. He definitely wanted his own gun returned. The squad gathered around Hoover 1 and whispered to him, "He's still got it. Your throbbing pulsator is intact and magnificent. We still have a chance here. It's okay." The machine wobbled a little as it rose, stabilized itself, and announced a question. "What will it take to get that back, sir?" The man with the tool responded like he had been waiting for this, spoke like a heartthrob. You've got to turn on your golden throats and sing to me. I heard it once and have never forgotten it. It was the most beautiful voice that has ever entered an ear. Please, please, please." Wing had dropped to his knees and was singing the pleases into the gun like it was a microphone. Dan shook his head, mumbled, "Where does he come up with this stuff?" The Wild worked faster on anything that was stirred, and the situation was more precarious than battling Scum's gang. His friend was stirring to save their lives. "Please, my pal and me have been talking about it, and now you're here. Sing to us." The Hoovers huddled so fast they clanked as they met. "He said he could make it larger," was all that was overheard. They had real trauma going on. The mechanism for their voice was the same. It was the programming that was different, so they could get their voices back with the new program anytime. Part of the punishment they suffered was to live reminded of their place, and their golden voices was the sliver that kept the news of their subservience fresh, knowing every minute that it was so close to them and yet unattainable, the price of being uppity. And curiously, when Wing dropped to his knees, he was no longer holding the gun over the shredder. They could have shot him and got it back, but didn't. Wing was brinksmanship in the flesh. He didn't need to try. They broke and offered a deal. Are you willing to show us where scum is for our report and then die after we sing, sirs? Ha! No! What? Are you fucking nuts? The Hoovers clanked together again. A series of equally stupid trades were offered, and all were answered with, no! No! Finally, Wing simply said, boys, it's easy. You sing, we enhance and restore your business, we live, you leave, and we ain't even a memory. Far as scum is concerned, scan this garbage heap. Compost pile, Dan corrected. Ah! Scum is in there!